Hello everybody and welcome back to the RedBull Battlegrounds, where we've been casting the grand finals between our blue Protoss in the bottom right hand corner parting and our red Protoss SOS in the top left hand corner. This time the map is New Polaris Rhapsody, and I love this map. If you guys aren't familiar with it, the reason I love it is this little function up here in the top right hand corner that indicates the lava will rise in 4 minutes. Now periodically on this map, the lowest level, you'll notice it is in a couple of tiers, 3 tiers to be precise. The lowest level will entirely flood with lava, and obviously, particularly in early games where all your units are ground units, that does provide for a fairly amusing game mechanic. If your army's caught on the low ground because you've been force fielded off or whatnot, then you are in deep strife. So we'll see if that plays any role in this game. In a PvP, I can't see how it wouldn't, unless of course both these players elect to go for some sort of Stargate play. So far though, fairly conventional openings. Both players actually throwing down, well, actually parting, choosing to go for a forge first, which is almost unprecedented in these series. In fact, Protoss have fairly substantially moved away from the forge fast expand, so be interesting to see what parting plans here. And I can't help but think this isn't a forge fast expand, it is in fact a cannon rush, and we'll see whether I'm right there. But parting has been pretty sassy against SOS in the past, and we'll see if he decides to go for something like that. We do have 2 probes moving out here, and I've got to say I can't help but think that is for some sort of cannon rush play. One of the probes has been spotted, the second one's going to be spotted by SOS. Does he realise this? That is the question. Parting throwing down, walling off with pylons behind SOS's base. These probes unable to catch this other worker? Can he now throw down a cannon here in the back? And it looks like he may well be able to. This pylon going to complete here. First photon cannon going down there is going to completely prohibit SOS from mining. Another pylon here to complete the wall off. Oh, makes it just a little bit tighter with that pylon here. That is going to make this completely probe proof. They're not going to be able to make their way through. Parting here, opening up with a very aggressive cannon rush play, and then following up with his gas and gateway at home. So we'll see what happens as this cannon finished up. We do have a zealot here for SOS. Going to be imperative for parting to pick that one up. He actually seems fairly content to just kill drones with this. That is a second drone going to go down, and SOS actually able to take out that pylon. So cannon able to get 3 kills there, and parting actually throwing down another pylon here, but it's actually out of range of his original cannon. So these zealots are going to go to town and clean this up. Question is, how does SOS carry on from here? Is this going to give SOS the advantage? There's a lot of the lava's about to flow. Let's check that out. But we see 700 resources lost for parting, so it has to be a serious advantage to SOS. Oh, you see the warning, and now the lava's going to flow. SOS being a bit cheeky here, and there you have it. That's the lava. Any unit caught on that lava is, well, terrible things are going to happen to them. SOS, though, obviously not moving his zealots out just yet. Throwing down an expansion of his own. Parting getting his base scouted by this probe. SOS very aware of what parting has in play, but parting just very content here to throw down his mothership core, and gonna have a bit of a look around for this worker, but unable to find it. Just checking his own base for proxies, and parting's gonna throw down 2 more gateways. So looks like parting plans to be aggressive again. SOS almost with his expansion up, so will SOS be able to hold it? If SOS can hold this expansion, he will be able to carry the game, I would say. He'll have a significant economic advantage. I think parting's plan here is just to pile on the pressure nice and early. We have 2 zealots moving out and a mothership core. If this mothership core is not careful, it could get picked off with some early stalkers. Parting's going to see this worker. Can he take out the worker? If he can prevent the... Oh, pylon's going to go down though. Parting going to be forced back by this Mothership Core and Stalkers, establishing a proxy pylon of his own. You'll notice being careful to establish these on the high ground, as the lava would make them rather useless in due course. SOS own Stalker's going to pick up this worker. So both players losing their workers that are out on the map establishing pylons, but Parting warping in 3 Stalkers of his own. We'll just use the unit counter for the moment. We have 5 Stalkers and Mothership Core to 2 of SOS, well now 3 of SOSs and 2 Zealots. So will Parting do anything to wall off his base? You'll notice these destructible rocks here are going to prevent any easy wall-ins. So Parting actually throwing up an Oracle. So big fan of the Stargate and PvP, Parting. He's consistently thrown it down pretty much every series, and of course it has been doing rather well for him. Photon Overcharge going to be picking away at these Stalkers, but Parting's just moving straight up into the main base of SOS. So we have 4 Stalkers and 2 Zealots here, and they're going to just be able to mop up a lot of these workers. You have all of Parting's workers dying here, but we have Parting just muscling his way straight in, going to pick off the pylons. So there's going to be no more units warped in. 3 chrono boosted warp gates doing absolutely nothing. SOS's workers and Stalkers stuck back here. What's Parting going to do here? Oh, he's going to focus straight down on the Stalkers. Going to throw down a time warp there, but this Oracle's going to help clean these workers up with considerable ease. So we have a full-on base race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We have SOS in here with his Stalkers and Zealots ripping up Parting's base. Parting actually, no workers on the field for Parting. Or actually, there is 1 probe here for Parting, establishing a pylon over on this safer side of the map. Workers going down now for SOS. We only have the 2 Stalkers and 4 Zealots in play, so base race on our hands. He who has the last probe wins, or generally. We'll see if Parting can make that the case. Though there are going to be these 2 pylons keeping these players alive. It will be very much a case of who can clean this up the quicker. The lava's going to rise, but that drone probably didn't need to be killed. It was rallied straight out into the lava. So lava going to isolate both these players' armies, and you see the pylons nice and safe there on the high ground. SOS trying to micro his way against these buildings, for what reason I'm not entirely sure, but certainly don't need to stutter step a building. But Parting going to be muscling his way out. His second and last Nexus, so as soon as this Nexus goes down, he will be being revealed. SOS, of course, realises that these pylons have been established. Parting is being revealed, so he knows that he needs to kill these to survive in this game. He does have to kill Parting's army, and Parting's army is up here in his base. He's only got a very limited time before he's reduced to 1 pylon. Parting does have the high ground advantage though, so SOS able to be quite annoying up here. Will he get himself in? Oh no. No, doesn't get himself onto the top of the high ground in time. These Zealots going to be tanking a lot of the damage, but that time warp is going to be crucial. We have Parting there dancing and being a little facetious, if I may say so myself. But Parting able to take another game off SOS, take a 2-1 lead in this series. So 3 maps down and a few more to go. Best of 7 series. So first 1 to 4 wins. Parting looking like the favourite currently. Will SOS be able to rein Parting in, or will Parting be able to carry his way through to $20,000? Find out here on Aussie Starcraft. Thanks guys, catch you in the next cast.